Okay guys, welcome back to the next niche we're going to discuss, and it's going to be sporting. Now this doesn't have to be a top 10 channel. We just spoke about top 10 most amazing, but if you're starting out, it could be a great way to get a lot of content initially, doing top 10 videos. You see people's retention in, and then move on to a more generalized video about that sport. For example, this one here is talking primarily on American sports. It's got NFL, NBA, and it's talking about all-time best shooter from NBA team using, look at this, stock footage from sports commentary like ESPN's type stuff, put on some text over the top, count down or talk about it. So you could actually implore here, you could start with a top 10. It's top 10 highest vertical. They're going to count down. Start with top 10 videos using this kind of niche in the sports genre. Choose a sport, one sport to start with, or maybe two side by side like NFL and NBA. Do like top 10 for the first month or two or something, and then eventually every now and again you could pop in a documentary style video like this using stock footage around that topic, especially if there's something like the draft or about a player or an expose or something in the news right now. So sports is a good one because it does have a lot of pull. In America, obviously, you got sports like basketball, American football, or you just call it football, obviously. And then in the rest of the world, we've got what the Americans call soccer, and the rest of the world calls football, the most watched sport on the planet and the most widespread. Australia, you got the AFL, the Australian Football League. There's loads, whatever country you're in. Once again, don't try and learn something here. If you're not a sports fan, if you don't already know about the sport, it's going to be extremely hard, not impossible, but you're going to have to research so much about that sport, about what's happening. If you were going to choose soccer in the UK Premier League, the #1 football league in the world, you'd have to research about all the teams, all the players, know what's happening. It's going to take a lot of work. But if you have an interest in a sport, be it this or the student example I gave you of UFC, it's a great way because people are already looking for that content. UFC have big games, and I know obviously you guys do in other sports too, on certain days of the month, week, year, where people are going to be searching a lot in the trending bar here for certain sports. So this is definitely a niche to consider here, sports, because there is loads of footage already out there, not so much in the stock footage sites like Storyblock, but already on ESPN, CNN, Fox, in the UK on Sky Sports and things that are going to be available to grab from YouTube. And as long as you're putting commentary over the top of it and showcasing things, adding to it, then you're not stealing, you're under the copyright fair use policy as we discussed. So it is a good genre. Make sure you love it, #1. Launch with possibly top 10 to get people interested in what it is that you're showing. And then if you want to expand the niche genre that you're in here, make short documentaries about players, about seasons, about, I don't know, a scam, a scandal that's happened or something. This is a good example here. How good was Randy Moss actually? And they're going to use loads of stock footage here and talk over it and put text on screen and make about this player. You could do that with lots of players. Whatever sport it is, whatever it is you're thinking about, that's a great plan for a channel where you don't need to film anything because the content is available and the interest is there. But only, and I repeat this, only if you're organically interested in the sport. Do not try and do this if you have no interest and no knowledge of it, because it is too person specific. Anyone who watches it, who does have an interest, will know that you do not know what you're talking about. So think about sports, be it this, be it anything. Running, Olympics, cycling a big channel actually. There's loads of big cycling channels. Whatever it is, think about that. Okay, in the next one, I'm going to talk about trending specifically and trending channels here. Channels that only piggyback on the back of trends. Let's talk about that in the next niche right now.